Alrighty, time to wake up, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, the 14th day of March. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm wave meteorologist Brian Good. Welcome to SnowTALK, where we're going to talk about some snow. Yeah, of course, that's what we do, right? We'll talk about some snow. We'll talk about some rain. We'll talk about some sun, maybe even some pollen if we're bored. We'll see what happens. You're welcome to join in on the chat, as always, on our social media pages, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or even on YouTube. Had quite a few of you on YouTube yesterday, so I appreciate your thoughts and chiming in as well. So feel free to ask any questions, especially after I go through my narrative and my rant. Then hopefully I've answered most of it at that point. I hope I have, but sometimes I know I get off track. So you guys are there to help keep me in line as always. Good morning, Glenda. Missed seeing you yesterday. I don't think I saw you on here yesterday, Glenda. Hello, is it Justine? Is that right? I can't see the screen very well, so I can only see the first like 3 letters. So I'm assuming. Hello to Connie. Are we getting some snow? Well, some already got some, but it's nothing big. And next week we'll update you guys on that as well. I will show you some fun stuff here in a second. All right, let's get into the setup for the next 24 hours, because I think with the clouds we've had, some are getting sun at the moment, some are getting clouds, some are getting snow showers still flying around. And I think that's all going to come together to play a role on just how cold we are talking about for tonight, because a hard freeze scenario is once again on the table. All right, so let's start with the snowboard. All right, we'll begin there. And the items on the list, there's not many. I mean, the weekend, I did keep it in there for the weekend. I don't know if we're going to have enough moisture to really kick up anything, as cloud cover may even be sparse. We may end up dealing with some decent sunshine at times this weekend, just cold. But I'll keep the flurry chance in there just because it's a cold feature coming in from the flow right into the Great Lakes, into the Ohio Valley. So we'll watch that. Next week is interesting, but I don't think it's going to be a big impact event. So yes, once again, there is nothing on the scope here of snowfall that's going to make snow lovers happy. And the window for this is starting to close. We're getting down to really just the end of the month. I think once we get into April, we'll be switching things around quite a bit. Before we get into, wait a minute. Got a spammer. It's always the same person too. So, all right. Don't forget, in 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, I can't do math. We have the Indiana statewide tornado drill that will kick in. It's at 10:15. So once that is issued, the air raid sirens will go off. For those of you even here in Louisville, you may be able to hear the sirens from across the river, depending on where you're at. But certainly there will be a test run here for the drill and for all the safety procedures in schools, hospitals. Hopefully you have a chance to do the same thing at your home as well. And Tawana is working up an alert that will go out to the app. And on social media, you guys will see this in just a few minutes. And that will help you guys to look for safety plans and create a plan into your home. Always good, right, to review all this, because you never know around here. So I'm glad we're getting it out of the way now. And hopefully some people move, you move into a new home, or your kid may go to a different school. So it's important to know your surroundings, right? Okay, numbers this morning. Well, this was it was showing up this way yesterday, where it looked like cloud cover would limit how much of a hard freeze we would see in many areas. I mean, this is a freeze. I mean, it's a light freeze. I'm not too overly concerned about it causing big time problems with the cold and any crops that we're trying to grow. I think tonight's potential is a little bit higher than what we had this morning. But again, we had clouds in the area, and we had some snow showers and flurries. They developed during the overnight hours, moved roughly across portions of Louisville, but certainly around the bluegrass area of Kentucky, and then in some of the valley areas south and east of Louisville. Did get reports of several cars that were sliding off the road. This was in Frankfort, or in the Franklin County area. This was a common scene in that area for a while this morning, but even there, which earlier I was able to see the wet roads where the roads were being treated from the snowfall, and now even with some sun coming out there into Frankfort, the roads are drying up fast. So that's the good thing about a March snowfall, especially when it's light. It just does not stick around very long, and the impacts are usually quite minimal. All right, so we can really say goodbye to that system. The only thing that we have to watch, it's going to be a bit of a forecast challenge on our plate, is figuring out if this cloud banking, why can't I say it? Canopy. Wow. Cloud canopy. You guys ever do that where your brain just stops working? Mine does that a lot. I think it's old age. I'm assuming it's old age because that's what I'm blaming it on. All right. We do have that batch of clouds across areas to the east. As we get a little higher into the noon hour, it is so cold above our head, and there is still some moisture into the mid-levels of the atmosphere that you can get a cloud bank that will form, and that cloud canopy will begin to expand in all directions. And when that happens, there is a chance that could move back into areas that are sunny at the moment. So just don't be surprised if you've got beautiful sun out there now, and say about 1 or 2 o'clock today, you're back to overcast. It won't last long, maybe another hour or two, and then you'll go back to a sunny sky. So kind of a little bit of a wavy pattern on the sun versus clouds today in the area. But the snow flurries and all that stuff is going to be out of here. That'll be fading away quickly. Meanwhile, oh boy, look at this. This is just the visible satellite you're looking at of Boston, New York, Hudson Valley, where this is a nor'easter that is fully underway. This thing is a beast. It's basically like a hurricane and feeding in snow. And most of this is snow across areas of New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut. It's just away from the cities, although the cities have had back and forth on the mix. But nearly the entire state of New York, and just about all, certainly of New Hampshire and Vermont, are dealing with heavy snowfall. In fact, this is in Glen Falls. Live view right there. That's just east of the Finger Lakes as you head into New York State. And there it is. The town is just coated in snowfall. Many areas have already crossed over half a foot and are going to double that, in some cases triple that, later on today and tonight. So for your Bots fans out there, for bringing on the snow, this is the kind of snow that I'm sure you guys do miss, right? They are big snow lovers too in this part of the country. If you're from here, this is a big snow in that area, but they are, of course, snow starved. They haven't had too much of this year. So Buffalo got it early on in the season with that lake effect snow twice. And now the rest of New England's enjoying a snow day today. Pretty stuff there, but certainly got to stay off the roads. All right, and our snow showers we had today are actually in relation to it. There's the back edge of that are beginning to fade out. But as that storm pulls away from New York and off the eastern coastline, That's going to help in allowing for dry air to continue to build in for our area. It gets rid of the clouds. We get clear, and that's when we get cold tonight. And the freeze warnings are out over many areas of the Deep South. Again, Kentucky does not have one, even though we're going to get cold, just because the growing season, while it has tried to start up in spots, it has not been fully declared. So the numbers tonight, I'm not sure if we're going to get down into the lower 20s in Louisville. I'm a little less confident on that than but we'll see how the midday trends here with sunshine move through the area and how much that cloud interruption we have. But I think overall, 20s are going to be likely across the region. Some teens possible in some isolated valleys, but most of you will be fine. Then it's rapid warming tomorrow, well into the 50s, especially in Louisville. A lot of sunshine. Clouds do roll in Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. And here's our next system for Thursday into Friday. Now, initially, this looked like Thursday would be our warm day to enjoy, although we knew it was going to be a cloudy, warm day, which is going to limit how warm we're going to get. But still, it was something to look forward to. And then the rain would move in late Thursday night and then out and still through the area on Friday, but out of here early in the day on Friday. Well, there's a trend to continue to speed this up. So with that in mind, we may start having rain breakout, and it looks like it's going to break out at an angle first. So Indiana will see the rain before Kentucky will, because this entire system is slanted, all right, leaning forward. So you'll end up with more of a showery setup as early as Thursday afternoon for part of our Indiana counties. In Kentucky, I think it's going to take until after sunset and may even take until after about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, Thursday night, and then the rain will move over our area as well. Because of that idea, though, I don't know if we're going to get much above 60. I think the cloud cover is going to get too thick, and with some rain even falling in the area, it is really going to allow for what we call like a temperature bust forecast. In Indiana, if you get those showers in the afternoon, you're not going to even get probably much above 50 for a high. So the warm air for you guys looks like it's going to be canceled for Thursday. Sorry about that. But all of us will see the rain move through. Now, here's the plus. Here's the plus. If you're wanting to get out to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and you're worried about it being a rainy day, if you had the whole day off, the good news is I do think this is going to be faster than what is shown. The Euro likes 4 p.m. I don't think it's still going to be here at 4 p.m. I think it's going to be east of us at 4 p.m. So that means Friday daytime is likely to be more of a cloudy, windy, colder day. I mean, temperatures will be falling through the day, but I do not see it being an all-day rain at all. Most of this looks to be a Thursday night while you are asleep kind of setup, and then out of here. No severe weather, no thunder, in fact, out of this. And the wind doesn't look as strong as it did yesterday. It's going to be breezy, but it's not going to be crazy wind or anything like that. All right, that moves out of here. We get cold this weekend. We'll see if we can get any flurries to fly out of this. Right now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be more north of us to see any chance of a few snowflakes or flurries flying around. But the issue is, look at that freezing line, how it drops down. This system can get quite cold for the weekend. And that's important because there is a sneaky little devil here that wants to roll in and try to run into that cold air mass as we head into Monday night and Tuesday of next week. Now, as I said before, cold air is heavy. It likes to hang out in the valleys longer. It doesn't like to be scurried out quickly. So there is a small window here as we head into Tuesday night or Monday night and or Tuesday night, really, that we could see maybe a brief mix in the sunrise periods of the day. Otherwise, just a chilly rain expected for the region. The GFS likes the system a little more south and east, but it actually tries to give a snowstorm for the Carolinas, which is interesting. So pretty fascinating setup. It's a classic one that if it were January, my interest would be highly piqued that this could be a big winter storm for our area. But it's March, and we don't have Arctic cold, so I can't get excited about this one. But it's something that we'll watch. Let's give it a few more days in the oven, and we'll see how it trends from there. And then after that, I think we'll have more systems coming through, but I don't see any major warm-ups other than maybe some 60s thrown in every once in a while. And there you have it. Any questions? Any questions? Kathy, my daughter's getting married St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'm glad at least the rain looks like it's faster. Is she wearing green? Just curious. Hi, Courtney. Love watching. Thanks for watching the blog. Appreciate that. At least somebody besides Tawana Andrew is always watching and just making fun of me all the time. Let's see. Ted, this is no longer winter. It's harassment. It's very, very true. I get it. Totally understand. Travis up in northern Indiana. Sun there, 25, wind chill 13. Everyone, I'm sure, is Jealous by Travis there. All right. I'm going to end it here for now. Appreciate your reports this morning on the snow showers that we're moving through. And let's see what happens with the storm later this week. But it's going to get quite cold tonight, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And we do bounce back in a big way by tomorrow afternoon. We got some sunshine coming tomorrow. I would soak it up because the clouds will come back as we head into Thursday. All right. That's it for now. I'm going to get ready and get some maps going here for the midday show. You guys are awesome. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all coming up on the flip side.